camera back on. Do you want to see the car that you're building the valve body for?
Yeah, for sure.
Wow. How did he pull that off? He's already got the sticker on the car.
How in the hell?
How did he do that? He must have bought parts from me. So anyways, I'll let you...
Is that a duster?
It is.
I can tell. I've always wanted a duster.
It is, I don't know if it's a big block or a small block.
I think it's a big block.
Let's see if he shows the engine. Looks like he's got a skid vet too.
Skid vet.
A Corvette. Oh, sorry.
It's like, whoa! Hell, what kind of Corvette though?
All right, here's a picture of the motor. Wah wah wah. The
Like a
distributors,
318?
the distributors in the back. So it's a small block. Nothing wrong with small blocks. However, I'm a big block guy. Looks like he's got some really nice heads on it. I'm sure this is some kind of stroker. It looks like it's got a nice crank in it. It's got a killer oiling system on it. He's got H-beam rods.
Let's be real though.
All right, so if you want to see what that car looks like, you're building the valve body for. Which are you doing that one now, or?
Yeah, I'm doing that one right now.
Because you know he's one of my subs on YouTube, so he watches
Full tube
the
front
channel.
end.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I shouldn't say that. It's factory, suspension and everything, but there's no fender wells or nothing,
I can't tell if that's got a tubular front end.
No. I
Well,
can't tell if it's got a tubular front end either.
let's see.
I just meant no fender wells or anything.
Yeah, it looks like he's got regular control arms. And
Yeah.
torsion bars are still on there.
Yeah.
Neat car though. Does a little baby wheelie. Well, that's a pretty decent wheelie. That's about, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches. I don't know if this is his dragster too. If he's got this dragster with the big block Chevy. I guess they call him a Hammer. So he was messaging me through the CRT Facebook page, which is difficult for me to reply because I don't get
Notifications?
right. So I just sent him a friend request, and this way I could, when he goes at a track with his brake.
Last night, I was just hanging around. It was probably about 6 o'clock maybe, and I hear the phone ring. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, should I get it? Nah, I'll get it. Like, whatever. Really cool dude I met on there. His name's James.
On where?
On the phone. He called the shop at like 6:10, 6:15,
Okay.
probably. We had a great conversation. Great guy. He said he was. I told him, I was like, hey, listen. I go, I'm running on the phone. I'm like, I'll tell you what we got, what's in stock, what's not. But I'm like, I ain't taking any orders. I'm like, I'm.
You did this after hours off the clock?
Yeah. He called because he's in a different time zone.
Alrighty.
So I answered the phone. I'm like, how's it going, CRT? He's like, hey, how's it going? And he was talking about how he's got our valve body and whatnot. He likes it and whatnot, but he was like, I want to get your guys' pan and oil and filter extensions.
Uh-huh.
I said, yeah, for sure. I said, then we were talking about it and whatnot, and then we got talking. He's just a great guy, nice guy. He's got a 69 Roadrunner. Big block, 440. He's a no prep guy.
Oh, really?
Yup.
Am I going nuts, or what did I do with my the tap that I just bought from Loser Zone?
Is it right? Are those not the taps? Those aren't the taps?
It says quarter 20.
Oh.
So does this one. What happened here? All right, what the hell is going on? Am I losing my fucking mind? Look it, I threw it away.
Holy fuck!
It's still in the package. What a dumbass.
Well, that ain't no good.
All right. Duh. Which way did you go, George?
Oh, well, here you go. That's that valve body, you know, for the car. Yeah, it's right here. It's down.
You got it all lettered up?
Oh, yeah.
Let's bring it over here in front of the camera. And let's see what you did. Of course, it's got the built by Lucas on it.
Every valve body I built.
The CRT. His little nickname of Hammer, but I put Hammer Time on there. And this valve body is for Kevin and Abby Neal Drag Racing. So, I don't know if you know it or not, Kevin, because I know you'll be watching this. We customize the valve bodies for the customers. And this is valve body number 686.
Yep.
Dude, we are so close to 700.
Yep.
Are you going to test it?
Yeah, I'm going to test
You're
it.
going to test it right here so they can see it go clickety-click?
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Shit.
Don't stick your finger in there. Oh. Oh. That right there is a no creep. And that is going to be a fast release. This car is going to... No, leave that on. It's Well, it's charging my phone. I just didn't plug it in.
All right.
Not my phone.
The camera?
The GoPro. Yeah, there it is, guys. My daughter's going to package this up. And it's going to come see you guys in a few days. Here you go, Lucas. Don't drop it.
Yeah,
Tell him what happened.
All right.
Poor John, man. I felt bad for him.
I felt so bad. Oh
We
my
had a
God.
customer come in today. Great guy from Hegwish. He wanted us to air check his direct drum, his billet steel front drum, and when we handed it to him, the poor guy dropped it.
No. He had it in his hands.
Oh,
He had it in his hands, and I set down. He needed a washer kit and a billet governor spacer.
that's right.
He
yeah.
had the billet drum in his hands. In one hand. I hand him.
Yeah, we got orders.
It's an amateur hour.
Yeah, really. This ain't our first day. Clown. She just called me a clown.
No, I actually am curious. How did you get that wet in that short of time?
Exactly.
Like,
You walk
that-
from the truck to your to the wherever, the coffee shop, and she probably went to the drive-thru. All right. This does feel funny building a bone stock.
Boom.
You know how bone stock it is?
Look at it, you better tell her thank you for bringing your drinks in though.
This is how bone stock it is.
Bone stock. We're talking not a single.
Uh-oh. Is that Jake? Oh, wait a minute. Jake doesn't have that car no more.
That's what I thought it was for a minute.
No.
Could you make me a flamingo?
Well, with what?
Just
You have ice?
put one in the freezer for 10 minutes. It'll be good to go. Uh-oh. It does look like his old car, don't it?
we actually repoed that car back.
Did you really?
Yes.
You went on a recon and got his car back?
Yeah, and Gary.
You stole it back.
Well, it doesn't have a key, so.
You stole back the car.
No. His dad got him the car back.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
What was it?
It was like hey, I need my car back because I want my car back, and it was like yeah, you could get your car back, but whatever. He was kind of ducking for a little, couple days.
Yeah.
And then finally, for many efforts, Jake did get his car back. He's been driving a little bit.
Well, that's good.
Oh, yeah. So, but no, Jake's at work right now. It's Friday. Yeah, I thought about just wiring it I don't want there to be a draw though, from the, I want it to just be ignition on, and instead of it just being on all the time,
Yeah.
I just had it on a switch, but, because that's how you have yours, is on a switch. So
I do.
So I was like, okay, man, I'll just put mine on a switch.
Only because I drive it in the winter. In the winter, I never turn it on.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'll drive mine every day, so I mean,
Yeah.
I don't need it to be on when it's not. And it probably, hopefully, I mean, we'll see. That's why I got a trans temp gauge on the way. To make sure that it doesn't get hot.
Right.
So, I mean, we'll see how much I really need to run
Well,
the fan.
you bought the same cooler that I got on the white truck, right?
It's actually a little bit different. It's not.
Oh, it's a tube.
It's got tubes in it instead of a full
Right.
row.
Little baby radiator.
Yeah, I think it'll be all right. I mean, your truck stays cool, really cool. If you're going down the highway and you're in lockup, you don't even need the fan.
No, you don't.
If you're going down the highway and when I took your truck to go racing and the lockup didn't work because of the yellow spring, I did need the cooler because there was no lockup. But that's the only time I've ever needed lockup. The fan, the actual fan, is when I was rolling down the interstate with no lockup. Which I also wired my lockup to be lockup and overdrive on a switch. So
That's so gay.
I know.
You got an automatic shift.
listen, I thought there might be a time where I'm just gonna.
Can I use that screwdriver?
Yeah, this screwdriver?
Is it mine?
Well, no, but you can
It's
use
yours?
it. I mean, Snap-on gave it to me, but
All right,
I mean,
I'll
it's,
give it back.
it's the shop screwdriver. I mean,
I'll
it
give it
doesn't
back.
really matter. Wasn't like I paid for it. He was just like, here's a pocket screwdriver. Actually, I have another one too. And hold on, wait.
Well, this is the perfect screwdriver for putting the Sprague towers, that hold the spring up. I always like put them in the middle of the spring. And then I lean it a little bit into the spring.
What?
See where they're at? This tower right here?
Yeah.
They're far out, and then I do this, and I bend it in the middle of the spring.
Okay.
So the spring has got the back pressure of the spring is in the middle of the spring, not towards the tip.
I thought you meant to put the rollers in and hold the spring back. I'm like, you put the rollers in before you put the springs. I was really confused what you're saying, but I got it now.
I'm smarter.
All right.
No, not really.
So what's the goals for the Corvette, in general? I know you always say it's gonna be a street strip car. So
Son of a bitch.
what's the actual
Well, I don't
goals
know.
with it? I don't know if you have if there's any races that you want to go to, or if you just want to drive it around.
I don't know. I really haven't thought about it that far. I mean, well, for one, I'd like to fit in it.
The thing's got it. It'll be alright.
I don't know, Lucas. I just know it's been 20 years.
It's been 20 years this year.
Yeah, 20 years since that thing's ran. And I said to myself when the fucking Power Wagon was done that I was gonna get going on the Coronet. I don't know, I just feel like I gotta be doing something in my spare time, or you know, or you go crazy. I mean, it would be cool to drive it, race it, drive it home.
Yeah.
But its life of being a bracket car again. Is it? What are you looking at?
The kit.
It's the Poncho Girl.
Poncho and all.
Cisco. Oh, Poncho. Hey, you did good.
That was quick.
Did you actually pick it off the shelf?
No.
Yeah. You're just a
You
driver.
know better. I'm just a driver.
Are you
I
really?
don't do nothing.
You don't know Adams or Fox, do you?
You don't know diddly squat.
Diddly Squat.
Diddly squat.
What
Do you remember that one?
What is that from? Diddly Squat.
I have no clue.
Yeah, everybody says
Diddly, that you know that
Diddly
came from something.
I'm sure it did. I was telling Crystal yesterday I used to look up the nursery rhymes to see what they meant when my daughter was little. And I'm like, heck no, I'm not teaching her that one. That's about
Diddly-
death and junk.
Diddly Squat.
Diddly squat.
I know
They have
what.
to- what?
Did you ever hear the phrase "three sheets to the wind"?
Yes.
And that means
That I never.
you're drunk,
Oh yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That means you're.
Yeah.
You're 3 sheets of them.
You're three
Yeah,
sheets to
how
the
they
wind. My
incorporate
dad
that
used to
into
say
it, I don't
that.
know. Yeah.
Well, if you were a sailor back in the day
Oh yeah, that would make sense.
and you had 3 sheets going into the wind, you didn't know what the fuck you were doing, or you were a dumbass, or you were drunk on rum. So thus the name Three Sheets to the Wind.
Wind. Yeah. Yeah, I used to look up all those things.
There's a name for those. What do they call those? Didn't Dougie? He calls those something.
I actually put him on the bench. And he picks him up and he drops the billet governor spacer. Now, I don't know if you guys know about our billet governor spacers. But they're just a billet, piece of aluminum, and it's a governor spacer. Now, if it hits the floor, it's not that heavy, alright? So he was about to drop it, alright? So what does he do? He drops the billet drum and tries to catch the billet governor spacer.
Yeah, I felt bad.
I
and
felt
he
so-
put a little ding in
He
the
put
drum.
a little ding in it, yeah.
And we were like, just, what are you gonna do? Spend another $700 on a drum? I mean, I don't think it's gonna vibrate.
I would have ran it in my car.
I know one thing, I wouldn't be able to sell that. And you know what? Every time I walk over to their press and I got a billet drum in my hand, I squeeze it tight and I say, don't effing drop it. I've never dropped a billet drum. And then I seen him do it. I was like, oh, man.
I never dropped the billet drum either. I don't intend to. But, shit happens. It happens. But man, with that,
This is not drill at all. You ever notice that some of these bits work killer and then some of them don't work worth a shit?
Yeah, I know. All of my bits I bought a DeWalt set. Let me tell you about it. Great drill bit set. What size do you need? Do you need any?
I got it. I just got to drill it out so the helicoil Rooney, Mickey Rooney, Rooney.
busy here. I gotta, after this,
The
there's-
phones have been going nuts today.
Oh yeah. I didn't even mean then. I mean like I got after this. I saw on your desk when I grabbed these two ones. There's a. Now we should have them in stock, but the thing is, why I'm saying we're busy is because we sold all of our valve bodies, all of our 22Xs, all of our rock crawlers, all of our 2Xs that we
Really?
had in stock.
Somebody has questions on the phone.
You can't answer them? Is that a yes or no?
What?
I got. Hello, CC. Sorry, this is Lucas. It's alright.
Blowgun.
What year are we talking? Okay.
It's right next to the wizard gun. Okay. Thank you.
Not really. I mean, mostly we only ever do, 727, 904, So, that's the 8-speed, right? Yeah. So, John has 2 cars with Gen 3 Hemis in them, and he runs a 46. RE or RH, doesn't matter. It's reverse manual. If you wanted it to be automatic shift, you'd have to run an RH. But that's the only ones that we usually do, is just that, because it's a lot easier to do. There's no computer control. All those are all computer controls, so then you'd have to get a standalone computer that just runs your transmission.
How the hell did that get stuck in there?
Yeah. Well, a 518 is a 46. 46 is just so the 46 RH is basically a 518, and it's just later. It's just a later version. That's all. Yep. Yeah, the lockup and overdrive. If you're going automatic shift, if you do a reverse manual, you shift into fourth and you have one toggle switch for lockup. It's about as long. I mean, ain't as big as your 9-1. It's. I mean. No. It's lengthwise, it's really close to like a 727.
We got a chatter.
Yeah.
It's transmission school.
Yeah, I mean it's a little like we did swaps in an E-body on our YouTube video, co-bracing transmission. We did a swap on an E-body from a big block 727, and then we cut the bell off and we put an ultra bell on it into a 46 RH, and we showed you everything you needed to put it into like an E-body. It's around the same thing. Do we have A-body cross members?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got A-body cross members, direct bolts up. That.
We got it all.
Yeah. So.
And if I don't got it, you don't need it.
Yes, sir. Yeah. It's a small lock bell house. No. Yeah, either depends what you're doing. You never answered my question on do you want it to be automatic shift or reverse manual?
Automatic shifts are gay. Automatic shifts are gay.
Yeah. So here's the problem with automatic shift. You said you're running a 6.4? Okay. All right. It's a Strokes 5.7. All right. It's a Gen 3 Hemi. All right. Electronic pedal. How are you gonna run a kick? So there's electronic throttle, right? Drive by wire. Yeah. Okay, so you can hook up a kickdown linkage. So you have to have a kickdown linkage. Yeah, a kickdown cable to run an automatic. So
Slip slide away.
it's critical here too. Yeah. So you have.
Baby girl. There's a name
Term
for
for
it.
all those things, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure there is.
They have like
There's a term for everything.
like a website where you go and it's lingo.
Oh, okay.
What do they
You can
call
look it
that?
up.
You know, where you can go put in a saying in and it'll tell you where it's from or whatever.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's like Wikipedia, but for
A little more
Catchphrases.
accurate.
catchphrases,
A little
right?
more accurate than Wikipedia.
Right.
All right, that's it for you today. Nothing more, right?
So far, yeah.
Well, I mean, we'll call you.
Yeah, I
well,
actually got the right
okay.
damn parts,
Well, you know what? I need to put an extra loop in
which
the
was a
belt.
freaking miracle in itself. Coming
You had to
from.
what?
Do you ever see all the online jokes, the
No.
memes on Facebook or wherever?
No.
They're everywhere about parts people,
Oh, really?
right?
I bet
Did you
I
ever
know.
have someone go in there and say, "Hey, I need an 1157 bulb," and the guy behind the counter goes, "Is that two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive?" Well,
No,
it doesn't matter.
No.
It's a
doesn't.
light bulb.
I know. We often do that.
Or-
This is really a redundant question to
Yeah.
ask you, but what's the submodel of your vehicle? It's like,
Right.
are you kidding me?
Or you go in there for an air freshener.
It's just like I get it. You know what I mean?
They're so used to going to the computer instead of using just a tad bit of common sense.
I don't have any of that either.
Yeah. What's coming?
Join the club.
All right, I have to go back to work.
All right.
Actually, I'm going to go to lunch.
What are we
wow.
having?
Salad.
Salad.
That sounds boring.
Yeah,
From
for
where?
My doctor's orders. I have to eat better.
Well, you shouldn't be eating salad if you want to eat better. You should go carnivore.
Well, I have that for dinner. Oh, shoot, I forgot to get something out. Darn it.
All
All
right.
right, thank
See you
you.
later.
All right. All right. But these gold bolts look badass. I think they do. If I do say so myself. Oh, now who it is? Who is it? Precision Industries. Ooh. I definitely want to talk to them. That could be news about the Chrysler lockup converters. Jack at Precision. All right, servo. A stock servo, because this is a stock tranny. How stock is it? It's bone stock. Not even a stud kit. Nothing. Just a bone stock 727. This transmission is so bone stock that I will be putting the accumulator spring back in. Yep, that's it.
On the desk.
Right.
So can I use it? Like
That's, I put it there just for you.
Fine.
What do you think of that?
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's for a customer, but that's the last servo in the house. We'll have more on Tuesday.
Or like, also, like I think the band struts and the anchors and the levers.
All that will be here Tuesday. The band struts, the anchors, the 4-2 levers, the servos will all be here Tuesday.
So I don't really need to write anything down.
Nope.
Okay.
All right, servos are in. Let's do the lower reverse band. Lever ratio is this. It's a 3.2. Woohoo! The low reverse band stuff. I need my whizzer gun. What happened to my... Where's... Here it is, right here. My tail housing gasket. My gasket for the screws. That, and that. Already did the governor. And it's got new sealing rings on the governor already. Gasket. I gotta put some stuff in the tail housing still yet. Little close action here. This is really not super technical, but this is all the parking pawl mechanism stuff. Take it out, and we take it out because if you don't, when you glass bead the tail housing in the case and everything, sand will hide in every little nook and cranny. Ow. Damn. Do I need my other glasses on? Is that why? Is that why? Because I can't see. I'm a blind bat. Today we were supposed to, Jeff Fafa from 2 Hacks Garage was supposed to come over, and we were supposed to do that C6 today, but we had some concerns about the low gear set. The one that he bought me didn't coincide very good with the C6. So I found a kit that gives you everything, the correct sun shell, the drum, and I'll get all into that when we do that. Hopefully he'll be here next week, because he still owes me Partillos. Ah, forgot the stamp ring. And then my gold bolts makes building the transmission so much more fun when the bolts are all brand, well, they're not brand new. These are Chrysler factory bolts I send off to get gold plated. I'm sure you've seen videos of us doing that. But that's a really nice touch. It really does. Makes the transmission look nice. My battery's wearing down. And then this has the build date on it. I also put the build date on stamps inside the case. You should be able to see in there pretty good, huh? This ain't a how-to video. This is just I don't know where he's at.
He's talking to me.
Well, then he must be on the phone.
Okay.
I seen Precision Industries call.
Precision wanted to touch base with you, so I took the message, or what, you just dial the last number that called.
All right.
Why is that person getting a button set? Who are they?
He bought them through Jefferson State Diesel,
Okay.
and he said they broke. I don't know if he broke them or if they broke or what the deal is.
Okay, because I'm like, I can't find his damn.
You're not going
name.
to.
I'm not gonna.
He bought them.
Okay.
He bought them through Jefferson State Diesel.
Okay, I didn't know.
He already sent us a picture of the broken
Oh,
buttons.
okay.
So
All right,
we did
just-
confirm
just
it.
verifying, yeah. Like, that's weird. Okay.
Could you
that's that.
please, if you'd be so kind, could you get my open drink out of the fridge?
Yeah.
I'm growling.
Oh, you're not gonna. Well, I'm just gonna turn it off. And doing the thing at the same time. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, well, I mean, I had to mill out the trans brake.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's important.
Yeah. Okay.
I ain't got stuff
You
for
want
him.
Anything else? No, just that Precision and asking about that button. Okay, I'll get
Why am I missing a washer? Who were you gabbing with?
A guy who's Mopar is actually building his car, and he wanted to know what the best transmission was for his car and what he should order. Everything. He bought a Hellcat motor
Right.
with an 8-speed in it. He wanted to know if it was easier to go to the 8-speed or a 46, but he wanted to leave it automatic shift. Now,
Lucas,
what?
when you're done, can you help me weigh like that, like really heavy box?
I'll just do it right now.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, I'll just do it right now. Give me that. What's the heavy box?
Excuse me. I burped it. I burped it at the camera. Alright.
I had an 8-speed with it, wanted to know if we made a conversion kit for an 8-speed. I said no.
A conversion kit.
Yeah, which, like, just everything you need to run an 8-speed.
Yeah.
Basically, like the computer and stuff. And I said no. And then he was like, is it even, like, worth it to get the computer? It's going in a 68. I don't know what it was. Something 68. I don't remember what it was. I didn't really care too much about what the car was. More about trying to figure out what he was going to work through us, because he was asking about the 518, the 46s.
Right.
So I told him about the 518, the 46s.
Right.
About that at the end of the day, at the end gear ratio, it's around the same. It's not that much of a difference. And I said also, furthermore, I go, you're going to want to go with the reverse manual. He goes, I bought a transmission. I bought 2 transmissions from you guys. I've had 2 of your valve bodies in both my cars.
And they were both reverse manual?
He said, this one.
Well, then that's an easy sell.
And so I said, I go, listen. I said, he was like, I wanted to keep this one automatic shift for my wife.
Oh, what is it with that?
I said, sir, I go, it's a Gen 3 Hemi. I go, actuated throttle, drive-by-wire. Never gonna. I go,
Well,
you could do it. I go, you could do it, but it's really stressful. And I go, same thing with the whatever. The 8-speed. I go, it's a very complicated
With an
system.
8-speed, you need a standalone computer.
That's what I said.
And with an automatic shift 4-speed, just so you know, you do know, you have to have the kickdown linkage. However, Bouchelon makes a motor that takes that goes on the side of the throttle that takes,
I know.
which is, you know, I guess it works, and I'm not saying anything bad about what Randy makes, but
Well, the guy with that Charger had problems with it. That's why he went to our reverse manual. The one that was here, that came in here. So, I told the guy...
Not only that, when you pop the hood, that big old clunker thing is sitting right there. You know what I mean?
He was also steering away from the 8-speed because you have to have a special shifter for it. You have to have the electronic shifter.
Yeah, and a standalone computer.
And a standalone computer. So, I talked him into getting at least a 46. Alright? Sold on the 46. I just gotta sell him on a reverse manual now.
Alright.
I said, listen, I go, you got the reverse, I go, you want an automatic shift? That's fine. I go, but think about it here. You're going to need 2 buttons. You need a button to control your overdrive and a button to control your lockup. Not, let alone, your kickdown linkage. I said the kickdown linkage you can figure out. I go, it's going to take a lot of
You're
adjustment.
preaching to the choir.
Yeah.
You don't have to try and sell
Yeah,
me, Lucas.
yeah, I know. And so I just told him, I said, listen.
Not only that, it's gay.
I go.
You don't want to be gay and gay.
Yeah, I said, listen, you can teach anybody how to drive this. I go, it's easy. It's not like other reverse manuals. It's not 1, 2, 3, hit a button, hit a button. I get that. I go, ours is 1, 2, 3, 4. All mechanical, hit a button for lockup. Yeah. He goes, well, I like that.
Installing the front annulus, the butt of all torque flight jokes.
Rear annulus.
Yeah, but I'm putting the front
I know.
annulus. Oh, I get it, rear, because it's the rear. Oh, so I should do it for the rear annulus.
Yes, sir.
Not the front annulus.
So, he just, I was like, you can teach anybody how to drive it. I go, it's not hard. I go, hell.
Not only that, it will help you and your girl, wife, whatever, do a little bonding by showing them how to do this, right?
Yeah, I said, listen. I go, it's not hard at all, actually. I go, you could teach somebody. I'm like, I'm sure that you're a car guy. I'm like, I'm sure you've taught your wife to drive stick, right? Because stick's all mechanical. There's nothing to it. I'm like, I know I've taught my girlfriend to teach to drive stick, and she drives it all the time. And he was like, yeah, right? I'm like, yeah. So it's not hard. I'm like, no kick down linkage, fast, clean shifts. I go, it's just.
Not only that, it feels like you're in a race car.
Well, he owns 3 race cars. He knows what it's like to be
Well,
a race
then he should, man. You shouldn't even have to talk that guy into it.
Yeah. Well, anyway, he's getting our valve body, first manual, 4-speed, full conversion kit for a 46. Probably gonna have us build the trans. Probably. I mean, up to you.
Did he say that Mopar Joe told him to call? Or no? Or
No, he's bought stuff from us before.
Oh, I see. So he's already a customer.
Yeah.
So we don't have to send Joe a check for 10%.
Joe actually bought that dude's trans back from him.
What?
Like, Joe sold him. He bought one of our transmissions from us. He has 3 cars, and then the other transmission, I believe that's what he said, that he bought it from Joe to put in one of his cars, and then Joe ended up buying it back from him again.
Yeah, typical race car guys.
Yeah, right. Buying and selling.
Buying and selling stuff.
So there's a video going right now, so I'll just say it right now. Do you ever think about putting any new, in your old car, Gen 3 Hemi, any newer motor at all? Just get a reverse manual and make your life so much easier.
Get a CRT reverse manual.
Well, get a CRT
Oh, wait a minute.
reverse
We're the
manual.
only one that makes a reverse manual.
Yeah.
And I believe we're definitely the only one to make it with
1, 2, 3, 4.
4th gear on the manual valve.
Yeah, get ours with 4th gear on the manual valve, because your girlfriend can drive it.
Right. Then you won't be gay.
Like, should have put one in my truck.
What, a valve body?
Oh yeah, reverse
To
manual.
practice what you preach?
Right? Yeah, it's built. I could put one in there if I wanted to. So it'd just be a valve body swap.
You'd be the envy of your neighborhood. Right?
I already am. What do you mean?
You are? How do you figure that?
Oh, I figure. I got 2 race cars in the house, at the house.
Well, the truck could be a race car too.
Truck can be a race car too. The race car hauler, that's also a race car. Listen, I'll tell you what, when I took your truck to autocross, oh man, people fucking loved it.
Really?
I thought it was badass.
What, the shifter?
Yeah, it's a reverse manual.
You know where I get compliments? And I haven't done it in a while. When you go, I used to go to McDonald's to get 2, I just would get 2 plain sausage patties by themselves.
Yeah.
And the kid working the counter, he'd be like, man, that's a sweet shifter. Because you can see the shifter really easy
Yeah.
from the drive-thru.
Yeah, for sure. It's badass. It's a badass truck. It's badass.
That's okay.
It's a badass product.
I like the Power Wagon.
Yeah, so do I.
That's my fave.
Yeah, I know. Now
I should. Whoop.
you should. What, drive it more?
No, hang on. I gotta get the camera. You're moving on me a little bit. Actually, the Coronet should be my fave because I've had it for so long.
Yeah, but who cares? It doesn't matter. You can't have a.
There can only be one favorite.
Sure, but
I'll tell you what, it'll be my favorite when I'm driving the Power Wagon and the Coronet is on the trailer behind it. Then it's the best of both worlds. The only thing I have to do to complete that is get a yellow Z50 Honda and put it in the bed.
you had one,
I know.
not yellow.
Yes, I was.
You had a CT70.
The one when I was a kid was yellow.
I know, but I meant you had a yellow CT70.
Yeah, but that.
And you also had a red Z50.
Right.
CT70 was badass. I remember ripping that.
Everybody rode that.
It's so cool.
Yeah. Maddie, she drove it. I tried to teach her how to drive a clutch,
Yeah.
and she smashed into Elaine's red truck.
Oh, really?
Do you remember that, Madison? Oh, come here. Do you remember when you drove the mini bike and you plowed into Mom's car or Mom's truck?
Yes. No. Maybe. Plead the fifth. What the?
And that was the first time she drove a clutch. And I probably, was that a stick shift?
Yeah, it was a clutch
Yeah,
bike. The
I
CT70.
should have not have gave her that. I should have gave her
The Z50,
the Z50, which was
That was
automatic.
but had a shifter.
Right. And I think she would have been all right. But it was a typical freeze until you smash scenario that you see everybody go through on a mini bike for the first time.
My mom ran a snowmobile up a tree. Swear. In my grandma's backyard. Yeah, I'll have to ask her next time. She used to have right here on her leg, on the inside of her leg. She used to have like HON
No
Like-
way!
burned into her leg because of the Honda logo.
Oh, that's funny. Where's
Because of the Honda logo, and she got burned real bad.
where's the inch-pound torque wrench?
Ooh. I don't know. I know you just used it not too long ago.
I know I did, and I can't find it.
What do you use an inch-pound torque wrench for?
I was just gonna check the bolts, because this one's got a helicoil in it. So I'll do it by hand. Click. Not only that, I think this battery on my impact is a little weak. Okay. I'll put the valve body. My bench is a little piggish. Everybody's gonna think I'm a slob. Alright, you guys are gonna witness something I haven't done in a long, long time. I'm putting the accumulator spring back in a transmission. Wow. A stock valve body. I did add some gold plate to it, but she's stock. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. All right, should I put the bone stock to the outside or the build date? I'll put the build date. I wonder how many of you guys are going to actually watch the whole length of this video. I'm not sure how long it's going to be, but heck, it's going to be at least an hour. Now, if you're here watching it this late towards the end of the video, you either don't have a life or you're bored and it's raining or snowing or or something by you, or you just like to watch John Cope build transmissions.